Welcome to techijack. In this video we will explore some very important PowerShell commandlet that every administrator must know. We will see how we can create and manage users, how we can list AD groups, event logs, group policies, OU, etc. Also we will see how we can export the results to the CSV file. Let's go to the server and start exploring. So right now we are on our server. Let's open the PowerShell. Our first commandlet will be to find the list of all users in our Active Directory. So we will run this commandlet get-ADUser filter star. If I hit enter, you can see all the users are listed here. Jack, Paul, David, and there are other users as well. And if you want this to be in a CSV format, we can export these results to the CSV format. If you see here inside C drive, I have created the folder by the name of reports, and right now it is empty. So let me minimize it. In order to generate the CSV report, we will run this commandlet. Same commandlet is there, and export CSV, the path is C reports users.csv. Let me hit enter, and if we go and check our report, here you can see users.csv is there. If I open it, it will open in a notepad in this way. If we want to open it in a CSV, it will show us in a different way in a proper format. Let me show you. This is how it will appear. You can see the users, the name of the user. This is the GUID, SAM account, SID, user principal name. And this will be very helpful in your case if you have a large number of users. So let's go back to the server. Let me close this. So now let's try to create a new user. If we see our Active Directory, inside the user, we do not have any user by the name of David. So we'll create a user by the name of David. To do that, we will run this commandlet. It's asking for the password. Let me provide the password for the user. It says that the specified account already exists. Let me see if we have inside the HR, we have the David. So David is already there. Let's try to change the name as a Peter. Let me provide the password, and now you can see the Peter user. We do not have any error. If we see the users container, here you can see the Peter is there. So Peter user has been created successfully by the help of the PowerShell command. Right now if we see the Peter, and in the organization the job title is blank. Let's suppose we want to add the attribute as a IT manager for the job title. So we will run the commandlet set AD user identity Peter, title IT manager. So let me hit enter. Now if we go and cross check it, in the organization you can see the job title is IT manager. So right now the Peter is enabled user, and if we want to disable any user, let's disable the AD account for Peter itself. We have to run this commandlet disable AD account identity Peter. Let me hit enter, and let me refresh it here. Now you can see the Peter is disabled. Same way, if we want to enable it, we can run the same commandlet. Instead of disable, we will change it to the enable. Let me hit enter. Right now you can see it is disabled, and if I refresh it, again it is enabled now. Let me clear the screen. If you find any user is logged out and you want to unlock that user, you can just use this commandlet unlock AD account identity. In my case, let's do that for Peter itself. It is already unlocked, but in your case, if the user will be logged, it will be unlocked. And in our next command, let's suppose if any user left the organization and you want to remove that account, you can run the simple command remove AD user identity Peter confirm false. Let me hit enter. So I ran this command, and let's see the user Peter is deleted or not. Right now we can see the Peter user here. If I refresh it here and search for the Peter, now you can see Peter is no more there. So the user has been deleted successfully. Now if you want to list the AD group in your Active Directory, you can just run this commandlet get AD group filter star, and you will see the group Here it is IT help desk, fine grained PSO, HR group, roaming profile user. So these were the group we have created earlier. Here you can list all the groups, and again if you want to export it to the CSV, you can use the same method. Let me clear the screen. If we see this IT admins, we have a IT help desk group here, and if we see the members, we have 3 members here. And if we want to identify it through the PowerShell commandlet, we can just run this commandlet get-AD group member identity IT help desk. By this way you can get the member of any group. Here we are just doing it for the IT help desk. You can see the administrator, Jack and Vic are the users. If we want to get the computer list of our computer joined in the domain, for that we will run this commandlet get-AD computer filter star, and here you can see the computer my DC01, that is our domain controller, PC01 my host 01. You can verify it here, domain computer that is PC01, domain controller is my DC01 and computer my host 01. So it lists all the computers there. And suppose if you want to remove any computer from your Active Directory, you can simply run this commandlet remove AD computer identity and the computer name. I don't want to remove it right now, so I'm not running this commandlet, but if in case you need that, you can do that. Now if you want to find out the operating system of the computer joined in your network, you can run this commandlet to get the operating system. So get-AD computer filter operating system like Windows 10. So I don't have any Windows 10, so I don't think we will get any result here. We do have a Windows 11 and Windows Server 2025. So let's try to do that for Windows 11. We will run the same commandlet, and here you can see PC01 is listed because this PC has Windows 11. Same way, if I run the command again for the Windows Server 2025, I have another server there, and my host 01 has Windows Server 2025. Let me clear the screen now. Now if you want to find the organizational unit in your Active Directory, you can just run this commandlet get-AD organizational unit filter star, and here we have the OU, IT admins, domain computers, sales, HR, marketing. Same we have here, IT admin, HR, marketing, sales, tech. So it displays the result, and if you want to export it into a CSV, you can do that. Now let's try to find out the group policy, like what group policy has been applied to our system. So if you are a new admin introduced to the new organization and you want to know what policies are applied already, you can run this commandlet get GPO all, and if I hit enter, it will show you all the group policies. There can be a plenty of group policies applied on the domain. For this, let's try to export it to the CSV. So the method is same. In order to export it to the CSV, we will run the same commandlet. We will pipe it and export CSV path c/reports gpo.csv. And if we see our report folder here, there is a users.csv. Once this command will run, it will generate the gpo.csv as well. So let me hit enter, and let's see there. You can see the gpo.csv is there. In the notepad, it will appear like this. Let me show you it on the CSV. In CSV format, it will appear like this. The ID, display name, these are the name for our policy. If you are following my video like previous video, you will see that we have created these policies. This is the path, owner, domain name, creation time, when the policies was created, and status is enabled. Don't you think that it is useful if we export it to the CSV, because it gives us a neat and clean formatted list. Let's go back to the server now. Let me close this. Let's clear the screen. Now let's find the DNS zone we have. So we will type this commandlet get DNS server zone, and here you can see we have the zone presented here. And if you want to add the A record by the name of app or any host name you want, right now if we see our DNS server, we don't have any host A record by the name of app. So let's try to add that. So we will run add DNS server resource record A, name is app, the zone name will be techijack.local, and the IP address is 2.10. Let me hit enter. We don't have any error, that means the record has been created. Let's go and see the DNS. Let me refresh it here. We can see the app and it's pointing to the 2.10. So the host A record has been created successfully. And same way, if we want to delete this record, we can run this commandlet: remove DNS server resource record, zone name techijack.local, resource record type A, and the name is app. Let me hit enter. It's asking me to confirm it. I will press Y and hit enter. Now if we see here, and I will refresh it here, now you can see the app host A record has been deleted now. Now if you want to list all the services on your computer, you want to see, you can just type get services, hit enter. You can see all the services are there. And right now you can see the spooler service is running. What if I want to stop any service? You can just see the name of the service. This is the name of the service. You can just type stop service name, the name of the service, like spooler service. So I think the service is now stopped. And to get the status of the service, we will type this commandlet get service name spooler. Right now we have stopped it. You can see the status is stopped. Same way, if you want to start it, we can run this commandlet start service name spooler, and the service will be started. And again, let's see the status. Now you can see the service is running. And if you don't want to stop and start the service, you want to directly restart the service, you can type this commandlet restart service name and the name of the service. In our case, that is a spooler. So let me hit enter. The service is restarted and it is running. Now if you want to get the event log, like last 50 event, you can run this commandlet get event log, log name system newest 50, or you can increase or decrease the number. If I hit enter, you can see we have all the logs related to the system. If you want to restart the computer, you can type this commandlet restart computer force. And if you want to shut down it, instead of restart, you can type stop computer force. So this will shut down the computer. So right now I'm not running these two commands because it will shut down the computer. And now if you want to test the internet connectivity, we can test this by this commandlet test net connection, computer name, the domain we will type as google.com and the port 443. It will also show you that port 443 is open in your network and able to connect to the website. That means internet is working. So let's hit enter. Actually this is the commandlet test net connection, computer name google.com and the port is 443. Let's hit enter. Now you can see the computer name is google.com, remote address, this is the IP address and the port is 443. The source IP address is this. TCP test succeeded is true. That means we are able to connect to the google.com. That means internet is working. So these were the some basic and important PowerShell commandlet you must know if you are working in a Active Directory environment. I hope the video was useful. Let's meet in a next video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy this video and want to see more, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell icon to get notified whenever I post new content.